Hi, this is me. I'm Alex, and welcome to episode 100 and
Nope.
episode 201
There we go.
of
Hello.
Radio Movie Talk. It's the first time I've done this in the 200s, so it's a bit of fun.
That's true.
You know, not many came before this, but here we are. I'm joined with me as always, Michael,
Hello.
Braden,
Hello.
and Christian.
Hello.
We all got a bunch of hellos there, and I'll say hello too. Hello.
Now, we did have a week off, so we are warming back up to our game. It's
not a blazer.
it's not a blazer. Alex is just dressed incredibly fancy. He wants
No.
to show us all up.
No, I'll go dress like a slob.
Nah, you just rock the coat and enjoy
It's not a
it.
coat.
An overshirt.
Oh, fuck
He
it.
did say it before.
Overshirt.
Fuck you guys, I'll be back.
We've
Oh, okay.
Look what you've done now, Braden.
Well, we've been doing the show for 200 episodes, and we've managed to bully Alex off the show to go change. Now it looks like we're sponsored by Secret Lab. He's left that spinning in a perfect advert.
That has actually just perfectly stopped.
Yeah, no, it just makes me jealous because I want one. How are you guys doing this week?
Oh, yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
Very good, thank you.
Good. I wanna start us off this week by saying a couple of podcasting friends. I'm just filling time until Alex comes back. A couple of podcasting friends. They've got some good stuff over there. We're gonna ask Alex about his thoughts on Evil Dead Rise in a minute. But you can also head over to our friends over at Terrorvision Horror Podcast. Dan and Jen are chatting everything over there. They've been doing some really good stuff lately, and they put out a new T-shirt design, and it's great because it's in their classic bright neon pink and green. Very garish, but good fun. And I've been spending the entire weekend playing Jedi Survivor, and I'm going to talk about it on Hack the Dino on Friday. So you can check that out. Oh, look at this.
Very nice.
Look at this casual fella.
Had to include the beanie, eh?
There we go.
Look at this casual
Was your head a bit cold?
Yeah, a little bit cool.
Flying high with the crows.
We are the Crumb.
Did the Crumb win?
We lost by a
No.
point to the top team on the ladder, so everyone can shut
Yes.
Fair enough.
But
Look,
yes,
to be
both-
fair, they only led for 21 seconds. That was the end.
Wow.
Do you want to fight?
No,
Do you want to have
I
a
don't.
fight? I'll have a fight here
No.
right now. Yeah?
Go
Take me
for
back to round 3, Michael. What happened in round 3?
I believe you guys beat Port.
Yeah, I'm wearing poor colours to commemorate it.
Well, as the person that doesn't really follow football, I've heard that both SA teams are flying kind of high right now. They're both reaching for the stars, aren't they?
Sure.
In other news, Adelaide United doing
Oh.
very well. Final
this
at
sucks,
home
guys.
this Friday.
This
Are you
sucked us
going,
out.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm going. You should come.
I was well, potentially, but look, we were having a great run, and then we sort of lost the last few games.
Yeah, so the last 2 games we've had some upsets, which is interesting going into the finals. But a lot would argue that we weren't playing our A team at all because the games didn't matter.
Yeah.
So I'm the one arguing that.
Fair
Hey,
enough.
Speaking of movies, and TV
movies.
shows, and soccer,
Well,
Uh,
yeah,
everyone
Lasso.
and their mother's brother's uncle is on Ted Lasso. My parents are binge watching it at the moment. They're about finished with season 2 already. They are loving it.
They cry?
And we're in the middle of season 3 at the moment.
Yes,
And what's up? What's going on with Ted?
The lassoing.
Ted Lasso is very exciting.
I'm sadly an episode behind, so
Well, the big thing on Ted Lasso right now, which anyone that's
Is-
vaguely heard the notion of total football before is going to be extremely excited that we're talking about it in the show.
So
The last episode I watched, they're just absolutely running around Amsterdam,
Yeah.
and it's a bit.
that's
of a
an
hoot.
episode Chris had to rewatch because he messaged me about this episode, and much like a jury duty situation, Chris was like, "What'd you say? You weren't feeling the latest episode
think
of Ted Lasso?"
No, I just said it's just okay. That's what I
And-
said.
and I
The
had
newest one or the Amsterdam one?
Amsterdam, and I had to be
Amsterdam one.
like, "Oh no, Chris, that's the best episode of the season so far."
Which
Oh, no.
I still don't think that, But I do like. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a hoot.
It was a bit
It
of a
felt
hoot.
like a
It was.
movie.
There was a lot going on.
It
That was
was
that
an
was
hour
that was a
and
long
5
episode
minutes.
too.
And I adored this episode. I love seeing everyone go off and do their own little Amsterdam side mission.
Adventure. Yeah.
Ziggy Stardust is fucking hilarious.
Piggy Stardust.
Piggy Stardust. It's so funny. I forgot. Is funny. Roy and Jamie.
Oh, their dynamic is fantastic at the moment.
Continue to be the highlight of Ted Lasso, season 3.
Bit I really actually liked was the date with the bad guy.
The boatman. Yeah, you were just waiting for him to turn into a villain. Hey, he did have that look about him.
But he has a daughter.
No, not that bad guy. The
Trent?
West Ham man. Oh, you haven't seen the next episode yet. I
Michael
forget.
hasn't
We're
seen the
talking about the
next
episode before.
We're talking about Amsterdam.
Never mind. We're talking about Amsterdam. Rewind.
No.
Although the dude on the boat sort of has villain looks.
He does. It was we wouldn't know. We weren't sure which way that was going to go, but it went the most wholesome and beautiful way possible.
Everything. This show is wholesome. The show.
Yeah.
I love Jamie and Roy. Roy not knowing how to ride a bike, and Jamie teaching him.
That was a funny montage.
I can't go the other way. I can't go the other way. I can't go the other way. So good.
Brilliant.
I'm high on the new episode, so I bloody can't talk about that one. But
yes,
it's got some red string involved.
The red string scene was amazing.
And just Roy laughing like a child.
Yeah, we can't.
Can't. But Roy's got some of the.
We're still in Amsterdam.
Roy's got some of the best moments. I can't get over the scene where he talks about what he'd do to Ted's bully. Ted's son's bully.
Yes.
With the rope, just
when he wakes up, confuses the paint for his own blood. You
And
laugh.
then you keep hitting. That's a fantastic Roy moment.
So good.
Roy Kent, everybody.
Yeah, Roy's got. Yeah, he's probably the best character on the show at the moment, as in humor wise.
For sure. The whistle still going hard.
He still doesn't have a whistle, so he just yells whistle.
Whistle.
Yeah, Ted Lasso, great. New episode, great Sam moment. I won't say too much, but
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm very excited.
Michael, fucking keep up to date.
I literally realized when I got home from Gemma's last night that we hadn't watched the newest episode.
Oh, he had 24 hours. Really?
I don't feel like having that argument.
Which is much my situation for another show we've been watching.
Ooh.
That Alex has seen the latest episode of.
But we can talk about last week because we didn't talk because we weren't here last week.
No, but you can give some teasers.
Oh, this week it's Waco.
What's the show, Alex?
Sorry, Succession.
That's right.
Thank you.
The segue complete. Minute and a half long segue
Didn't
complete.
think it was going to happen there.
This is a show. I'm just excited to talk Succession. This is a show where I will never skip the intro. It's too good. But the latest episode I'll briefly touch on is the Great Kendall episode. And it's basically Waco's investors meeting when they're launching a new product called Living Plus.
Interesting.
Which is, I won't say too much about it for Chris, but the episode's called Living Plus, and we get to see Kendall's the guy up there announcing everything. We get some great Tom moments. We get some great Shiv moments. I think Roman's a bit subdued in this one, but Roman had a great episode the week before, which Chris and I will talk about. I thought Roman's fucking monologue on top of the mountain to a pissing Alexander Skarsgård was great.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Also, I like that they've moved Alexander Skarsgård just into the credits now. Like they've just been like, yeah, he's probably going to be in every episode in season 4 now.
He's made his mark significantly.
Yeah.
Certainly in Roman's eyes.
Oh, that how good was that? I like seeing Roman like go full onto it. It's good seeing like that was him just going, sorry, Jeremy Strong, I'm gonna win the Emmy.
And it's something that they they all knew, so the characters like all knew was going on, but no one had kind of talked about. And like, hey man, you kind of screwing us here. It was
like,
really good. Yeah,
Dad died a couple
man, a
days
really good
ago.
like man to man amongst the business charade.
I think it's brilliant what they did in episode 3 this season, because it's just changed so much and created so many interesting storylines and dynamics for the rest of the season.
This would be the highest rated episode of anything ever on IMDb.
It's almost there. Nah, Ozymandias and Breaking Bad still got to beat.
It's close. It's close though. I mean,
it's very close.
Worth mentioning. I'm sorry, worth mentioning.
It's in the caliber of 9.9, which not a lot of shows have. I think maybe Battle of the Bastards might have it from Game of Thrones. But yeah, Ozymandias is still holding on to its perfect 10.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is Breaking Bad.
Credit to those shows. But hey, this was a good episode. This was a significant moment in television.
So
in the universe of the show and the universe of our lives.
The days of our lives.
I find it super interesting that a bunch of the shows that are really resonating with people recently are a lot of like big cast ensemble shows. Like there's a lot of characters with a lot of different storylines and everything. Like you've got your Ted Lasso, you've got your Succession, you got your another show that you'll mention in a sec, White Lotus. Like just all these shows with plenty of characters to
dive so into. Right.
The Game of Thrones series finale has a 4 out of 10 on IMDb.
Ooh. But you're so right. It's kind of more a vein that a lot of comedy shows go down. Whereas like Seinfeld, Elaine's got a story going on, George has got a story going on, and the characters kind of mix and match. But then, in these like dramas, like movie-esque kind of shows, like especially like White Lotus, which we'll probably get some more into, we are really seeing that.
Yeah, I think you can get into that now if you want, because I think we're all dancing around talking about recent episodes of spoilers and stuff. So I feel like you guys can dive right into the lore.
Alex mentioned an intro that he loves in Succession, and I've fallen in love with the intro of White Lotus because it's
intro's
season 2.
The season 2 intro, but yeah, look, it like I said, it just goes for so long. You never like get sick of it, but you sort of just sit there and be like, "All right, I get it."
Season 1, it's a real Hawaiian tune because it is set in an island somewhere in the Pacific.
Yep.
And
it's Hawaii. It's actually set in Hawaii.
It is Hawaii? Okay, one of the Hawaiian islands. And then when season 2 starts, we go into this very classical European sounding song, which then has the Hawaiian like overtune over it, and it's very interesting. It's been popping on a lot of different channels.
Nice.
A lot of people talking about this one. But yeah, where is season 2 set, Michael?
Sicily.
So it makes sense.
So you've only seen season 1. Me and Gemma.
and I just listened to the intro of season 2 all of the time.
And then in the past 2 weeks, literally the past 2 weekends, we've done a seasonal weekend pretty much because we've been staying at hers because we had to look after the dog.
Yeah.
But, season 1. Let's give it a go.
Looking at the start of season 1, it's wacky. It's like very comedy. You don't know what we're like getting into here.
Look, the thing is, like the sort of main big thing of the new person in episode 1, sort of just like that's sort of the main focus, and then we just like launch into the bizarreness that is the rest of the season.
Exactly, and looking back, so there's a I don't think it's too big a spoiler to say there's a pregnant woman. And how that turns out is it kind of is a spark to the derailing of the entire weekend.
Yeah.
And looking back from having watched all of season 1, it really is. It's kind of the like there's a word I'm looking for.
You think of that. So the way both the seasons have worked is you're always introduced at the end of the story. straight away, and then you jump back to the start of the week. So both of them are both set over the course of a week at the White Lotus Hotel, which is sort of just like a chain, I guess.
But I feel like, every storyline starts off seeming very shallow, and like you just read it like straight away, and you think you know what's going on, but then they all go deeper.
Yeah, it does get a very wacky. For some of, I felt like all the characters in season 2 all go off the rails a lot more than some of them do in season 1.
Yeah.
Season 1 seems a little bit more reserved in how crazy is. You get the sprinkling it towards the last couple of episodes, especially with the manager.
Yep.
But season 2 just goes all out.
Yeah, and
there's plenty of sex, butts, and everything in between.
Plenty in season 1 as well.
Yeah, but there's more in season 2. There is just like the amount of times you see a ass that like just bare naked ass like right in the middle of the screen in season 2 is too many to count.
Well, they're
Even
European.
True.
European.
But the way the show goes, like season 1, we have the family, and the dad and the wife are having some problems, and there's some like shock comedy straight away there where we see the
having his own problem halfway, like at the start.
We very quickly in the show we get balls on the screen.
We do.
If that doesn't entice
you also do see people hanging dong a bit.
There's a bit of hanging dong, and yeah, again, very surface level. But then as we go on with the family, especially the father and the son, their relationship as they learn to scuba in the kiddie pool with their scuba suits on, and they kind of build something beautiful.
They do,
and before you know it, like there's something really going on, and then the son meets those guys on the beach, and then did you expect the son to do that at the end?
Sort of, but that wasn't the thing I was sort of hoping happened at the end. I was hoping the opposite of what happened between the couple.
Okay, but yeah, like the way that story went, and then of course the hotel manager, which is his name Eddie? I want to say Eddie.
Nah, Armand.
Armand. The way his story also went, that we had his kind of climactic end that was very euphoric in a way. It mixed in with the music in the end with the boys' euphoric end. It really came together to something in the last episode there. Like our emotions were running high. It was very positive vibes. That's why I highlight. Yeah.
Yeah, I would. It's great. Murray Bartlett as the resort manager he's fantastic. He starts going off his whole thing is he like starts off as like the nice, real polite sort of dude. We'll do anything for everyone, and then starts going off the rails, and he becomes such a fight. Like he just wants to get like payback, and
quickly.
Funny.
So if you want to enjoy Armand's ketamine bender, then you should watch season 1 of White Lotus.
Yeah,
that was not the sentence I was expecting.
Please do. But yeah, and season 2, I'll talk about a bit more when you go into it, when you watch it.
All I have to say about season 2 is that the intro is awesome, and it has one of my favorite actors, which has not been in a lot of stuff lately.
Who's
that?
I'm just trying to look up.
Yeah, you're not good at this.
No, it's Murray Abraham. Is that the character?
Right, the old guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he is in Amadeus, which is a favorite of mine. Alex just like, of course, and Brayden.
Yeah, it just instantly makes it click. Yep.
Aubrey Plaza is also surprisingly really good in this season.
There's a beautiful moment on the red carpet where Murray Abraham is like, people are cheering from him, and he clearly hasn't been in the game. Like he's getting older, he hasn't been in a lot of stuff, and he realizes that everyone's cheering and is excited for him slowly. and it's very wholesome. He's like, oh, like this is for me? I thought people were just carrying on.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Bless. All right. Well, I want to check in with Alex over here because he forced me to look at a horrifying image as I was trying to make the thumbnail for today's episode. Alex, you went and saw a new movie.
Oh my god, this new one. Let's talk about Evil Dead Rise and how everyone's going to be terrified at it because it's a scary looking movie.
Yeah.
There's some, obviously it's the newest in the franchise of the Evil Dead, which if anyone's, I'm not sure how many of us have seen all of those movies or at least some of them.
I think I
Been
may have only
one.
seen the first one.
Yeah.
Or
Interesting because the Evil Dead franchise also continuity wise is very weird. The second movie serves as a remake sequel to the first movie.
Yeah.
And then the ending of Evil Dead 2 does not match up with Army of Darkness because Evil Dead 2 ends with them being like, "Oh, we're praising Ash because he killed a Deadite in front of us. He's our hero." And then all of a sudden, Army of Darkness opens up with them capturing him, and like he's their prisoner, which is very funny. But anyway,
Sure.
so I've never seen the remake that came out a few years ago. Obviously, I feel like most of us here watched the first 5 minutes and then we had to stop.
Yes, that's right. We did watch the first 5
'cause
minutes. I
someone got
remember that.
scared. Braden, you still owe me that commentary because New
Yeah, I
Mutants
do.
did that come out.
Oh.
No, so this is obviously the new one. We got a whole new cast of characters. We're following a family, in this one here who are living in LA. It takes place mostly in like an LA apartment complex. And so we get some cool stuff with that. Basically, most of it is on the one floor. They write into the movie why that is. But yeah, no, we've got basically the mother gets taken over by the entity, and the kids and her sister have to tackle it.
deal with it.
Survive.
And
Is it the only like reference to the series being the book? Like no other connections or
it's a different book too. Well,
oh,
it's
okay.
like,
Ooh.
it's not. They
It's the
allude to that.
sequel.
They allude to maybe there's 3 books, which is
Ooh.
interesting. They find this one in a underground safety deposit box, which they found after an earthquake hit in LA.
Interesting.
So yeah, look, this one it's pretty scary. Braden saw the images of
Yeah.
visually.
Just the mum. Like I had to Google it to find an image to use as the thumbnail, and it's like, okay, cool. The predominant image for this film is the mum being all demonified.
Yeah,
And like
I played the trailer
I was
too. For
I
you
was
guys.
scrolling through just like trying to find the correct image to use, and I ended up not using one of her because scrolling through the Google searches was making me so unsettled. My
Well,
or fight response was like triggering.
I do
was
have
so
to vouch for
scared.
it. I have to agree, Brent. I did after you said you couldn't couldn't look at it, and like I searched it up, and it's not a pretty sight.
No,
She's attractive, guys. Come on. Nah,
Alex is into that kind of thing.
yeah, I'm into Deadites and that. No, so
Up in the
look,
corner of the room.
this one tonally it's quite different from the original series. Obviously the original series is a bit more goofier.
Quite wacky.
I personally don't think that you can ever recreate that kind of tone without the same crew. Obviously Bruce Campbell, Sam Raimi, obviously they have such a unique style and presence that really shows why those 3 original ones feel so much different to the newer ones. I've heard this one's more in line with the new one where they kind of go for a bit more horror and less of the comedy aspect of it or like a goofy aspect of it.
Yeah.
Overall, I think there was some really cool things in this one. It's got one of the best title cards I've ever seen.
Oh my god, yeah. Alex has shown us the title card, and it is beyond good.
It's awesome. And as well as that, there's some cool visual horror stuff, some gore stuff that's really cool. Some creature design that was really sick as well, something they'd never seen in the Evil Dead movies before, which is also great to see. I thought it was a lot of fun, and yeah, I give it a 3.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, Jen from the Terrorvision Horror Podcast got out of it and was just like, if you like horror movies, you gotta go see this film
And
because
Braden's like,
it
okay.
is the horror movie. And watching the trailer for me was like, this looks like the horror movie, and I don't know if I'd be able to do it.
It felt it felt very different to what new horror is. It felt much more old school, which was nice.
I'm just a question because I know I don't think it's available anywhere in Australia yet. Has anyone been hearing anything about this Beau is Afraid?
Yeah, you can watch it here. It's Ari
Is
Aster's
it-
new film.
It is available?
Yeah, you can watch it in Palace Nova, I believe.
Okay, yep,
It's
that
a
makes sense.
3-hour film. It's a big
Yeah.
commitment. It's
I heard someone
comedy.
describe it because it's from the Hereditary
a Midsummer
and
guy.
Yeah. So I heard someone describe it as if you're friends with someone who has anxiety and you don't have anxiety and you want to understand what having anxiety is like, go and see Beau is Afraid.
Yeah,
Because they described it as just like, oh, this is what anxiety feels like.
it's just a 3-hour movie that I don't know if I can.
I don't know what it's about.
No, and I think the people that have seen it don't know what it's about.
Yep, fair.
But yeah, I'm excited to go see what we're seeing tomorrow night with Guardians 3. Very excited to
Oh,
watch that.
Guardians. Get ready. Get them tears ready. Call the
They're
RSPCA.
They're going to be galaxying.
Got the hotline on standby.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited to see what they do with Adam Warlock.
I'm excited to
So I
see
feel
what they
like-
do with all of them because apparently it's the last Guardians movie. So what are we
Just-
going to do?
That's okay though. We
His
didn't need to go
prediction
on forever.
immediately. All of them except one will die. I
Who you
reckon
reckon
one
survived?
will live, and it's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be
Groot.
Gunn's brother.
It's going to be Nebula because she's a robot.
No, fucking Kraglin. It's gonna be him. Sean Gunn. It's gonna be him. He's
We
gonna
got
be the
Tabs
only
and Rocket
survivor.
dying. Rocket's got to die, right?
Oh
Someone's
yeah,
dying.
he's the
Yeah.
confirmed.
Rocket
like,
and Drax.
gotta be.
Rocket and Drax is number 1 and 2 on the death list, I think.
Yep.
Yep, I
Maybe
see that.
Star Lord.
I think the actor inside the Groot suit dies.
I like that it's a Groot
He
suit.
died on
He
set.
died on set. The actor in the Groot suit
Oh,
because it
R.I.P.
was
Groot,
so weird to suddenly have a practical Groot.
Yeah.
God.
Like so strange.
I'm excited, semi-excited for that.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do.
So Guardians 1 big group was not practical.
No, he was full CG.
No, it was all CG, big CG.
Little Groot also was not practical.
did not do practical
Yes.
little baby Groot.
I like it when they crack out the puppets every now and then for a nice practical little effect. But
I love the
just-
puppets.
It was just such an unhinged change in the holiday special, though. It was just like, oh, okay. Like, like we were talking before about that's why Dungeons and Dragons was so good because, like, practical effects and everything. We love it.
We love practical effects.
But like, the proportions on Groot, I think I hate it. Like, the proportions on practical Groot is so weird.
I love watching John Wick fall down 100 flight of stairs.
Oh, God, that was
Twice.
excellent. That was so fun. I would jump in very quickly with the other slightly new thing because we didn't do an episode last week. Star Wars Corner. I'll be very quick about it. Mandalorian season 3 came to an end. And
Sad.
they've gotten it to a good place story-wise where they can actually do some interesting things again.
Have they?
They've really like brought everything back to not how it was, but they've brought it to a new place where like we can get back to, okay, cool, now we have the adventures of Mando and Grogu and they can sort of go gallivanting and do whatever they want. And they can kind of play around with that storyline, which is good because as much as I liked all the Mandalorian stuff that they were doing, all around Mandalore and Bo-Katan and the other Mandalorians and everything, it was just such a slow season, in my opinion. And it took ages to get off the ground and get to anything that was sort of worthwhile.
Especially if you didn't watch it.
Especially if you didn't watch it. I like Moff Gideon. I like Giancarlo Esposito. He felt incredibly underutilized because they took so long to get to that part of the story that like in the end he was only in it for like an episode and a half. And I mean they gave him big power armor. so so he can fight. It's like, okay, that's fine. Yeah, sure. But yeah, I they had some really good moments in the last episode. And yeah, I like where they've left it off. I'm interested to see what they do next with it. Because they will do more with it because it basically prints merchandising money. Because
That baby Yoda.
that's it. But yeah, I'm interested to see what happens next. I'm more interested in some other Star Wars stuff at the moment that's on the horizon. I'm looking forward to the High Republic TV show, The Acolyte. Very interested to see what the hell's going on with that Jude Law and the children skeleton crew, which is apparently set up as like Star Wars The Goonies.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the main like keyword I've heard from it. It's just like what? So I'm very interested to see what they do with that. I think exploring the other weirder corners of Star Wars and stuff we haven't seen before is way more interesting. So
Have you
a
guys
good time.
heard the Marvel news about
Marvel
who's
news?
been
No.
offered roles of Sue Storm and Mr. Fantastic?
Oh no!
I saw who it was. Who was it? Was
So
Mila?
there's two-
It wasn't Mila Kunis.
So there's three actors for 3 roles. So one actor for for each of 3 roles that have been offered something that we've heard so far.
Mhm.
So they've offered the role of Mr. Fantastic to Adam Driver,
I did see that.
which I
one,
don't
yeah.
like.
No.
That's a
He's
choice.
your doom. He's your doom.
Oh,
yeah.
I would like him as Doom.
How's
That'd be
he not your
cool.
doom?
Ooh.
They've offered the role of Sue Storm, and this is the one I hate the most, to Margot Robbie.
No.
No.
Right? I don't know who
No.
I want to be Sue Storm. It's not
Not Margot Robbie.
Not
Um,
Margot Robbie.
And I'm not sure if anyone knows. Paul Mescal's a name that keeps coming up now. But they've offered Johnny Storm to him, which
Oh, Mescal. I'm trying to.
What was he in?
he was in
I
that.
know
He
that.
we
just
have
got
a what
nominated
he's
for an
been
Oscar
in.
for that After Sun movie that just came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else? The face is familiar. Has he been in anything else?
Not that I can remember.
Yeah, fair.
Hmm.
I'm just having a look.
Okay. I'm open to that then.
Um,
Yeah, I feel like there's other blonde actresses,
Man,
and not every.
Yeah,
actress
Margot
is-
Robbie's not the only one at the moment.
Yeah, she's not the only white blonde girl.
I just don't like it. Mila Kunis was a weird rumor for a while.
Yeah, I know. That's what I
Jason-
saw that come out.
Jason Segel is a thing. I want that to happen. Please make Jason Segel
Oh
as
my
the thing
god,
happen. I would love that.
that would be great. I'm trying to think of something strange. Can we get Brendan Fraser in there?
As
In
a
the-
thing
in the
could be
mocap?
interesting.
Yeah.
I think
Brendan
Dacre,
Fraser is
I
the
think you
thing.
still go Dacre Montgomery as
Oh yeah, that's easy. Like that's printing money.
Yeah.
or
So I'd
even
be interested to see what they
if
do
not
with that.
Dacre, fucking Joe Keery.
Yeah.
But
Oh
he's
my
your
god, I
Gambit.
would love it.
He's
Ooh,
again.
we love Joe Keery.
Hell yeah.
As Braden we did it a while ago. He's your Gambit.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh my god, I've completely. Go watch the most watched video on our entire YouTube channel. God, we need to do more fan casts. Jesus, we
Just
really
saying
need
that
to
for
do
3
that.
years, Braden.
Yeah. God damn.
They're casting them all. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know
That's interesting.
what they're doing. They really peaked at the original Mr. Fantastic. He was kind of perfect.
Yeah, they really should stick with it. But
The only
yeah,
other
I don't know.
movie I've seen him in is Lifeguard. Is lifeboat operator from End of Titanic.
Yes, that's his one other film,
Is there
or the
anybody
one
out
that you
there?
think of.
Can anybody hear me?
Can anybody hear me?
He killed it in both roles, but
Yeah, he was great. I'm trying to think of. Yeah, Marvel are in a weird state at the moment. I don't know what. I imagine the meetings are horrendous.
like it's not gonna be. Adam Driver's not gonna be bad as Mr. Fantastic.
He wouldn't
Like,
be bad.
It's just
it's-
not what you want.
Certainly a choice.
Just not right.
I feel like there's so many other roles that Adam Driver could really nail.
Thrive in.
Do we have
Yeah.
to have big name actors? Can we just have?
That's
that
the
to
other thing as well. It's like you
find
could just
people?
get more.
You've been really
other
good
people.
before at finding unknowns, so you can pay them less.
Yeah.
So,
Adam Driver as Beast.
Man, Doom. It's Doom or bust.
That'd be
Yeah.
sick. No, if they take him as Doom and they give him the more recently they've been doing something in the comics called Hellfire Gala, which is basically like the Met Gala for mutants. So it just gives them an excuse to draw all the mutant characters and other Marvel Universe characters in like really like fancy Met Gala outfits. And there's this great one of Doom where he's in this gigantic like fur cape, like this massive coat and everything. And it's like, I want Doom to look like that in the film, and Adam Driver would be sick.
Just like,
But also, he's already played a villain who was stuck wearing a mask the entire time, and then they took it off him, and then they gave it back to him, and they couldn't decide. And yeah.
wait,
bless.
what's this?
Oh, you remember those the Star Wars films?
Ah, yeah. Fucking, how did I forget?
Oh,
Man, they shit
bless.
the bed in those, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. We all know that. It's okay. Bless. Completely randomly, I'll very quickly go through the other things I've been watching. Michaela and I watched Batman Begins and The Dark Knight because I haven't seen them since I was like real young.
Who gave Batman Begins a 3.5? I have beef with them. Someone did.
Oh, was that me?
Yeah, Batman Begins is great. It's the best one out of the 3.
I really enjoyed it. Tell you what, going back and looking at it with 2023 eyes, because remember, like back then, everyone was like, "Man, these movies are so dark and gritty and edgy and And now you go back and it's like they're dropping one-liners and stuff like that. This is a cheeky movie. Like
Just as corny.
it's really comic booky and like there's some really funny lines in there and it's great. But yeah, I did enjoy it. I thought it was all right. I'm not a massive Christian Bale as Batman fan. That's just personal taste.
Well, the thing with the Batman Begins is that it's the only Nolan Batman film where Gotham feels like Gotham. In The Dark Knight, Gotham's just Chicago.
It's just straight up a normal ass city. It's like what happened to all the man? You had one incident with the monorail, and you really took the whole thing down. Hey,
You gave up.
Yeah, you took away any sense of like this city being some sort of like weirdness to it, and they just went, nah,
I
it's
just get a
gone.
feeling that like Batman Begins has got like much more of a brownish color palette to it with all the
Yes.
That's definitely yeah.
And then Dark Knight went real blue.
Dark Knight went very blue, and then
Very blue.
and then Dark Knight Rises went. That's put Batman out in the daytime.
Yes, let's show Batman in the daylight and really show off how weird his costume looks out in the day. Yeah, Michaela was like, yeah, I mean, we've already watched 2 of them. We might as well watch the 3rd one. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, I still get enjoyment out of Dark Knight Rises.
I'll let you know my thoughts next week because we'll be watching it. My sister forced my entire family to watch the Selena Gomez documentary that's on Apple TV Plus, and it's good. It's good.
Did she need a documentary?
Yeah, she was really like struggling with her mental health, and she works really hard on trying to support mental health services in schools and stuff like that. She suffers from bipolar, and she also had or has lupus, which is pretty like debilitating at times. So
there we go.
She's doing good stuff. And Michaela and I are going to keep watching season 2 of Only Murders in the Building before season 3 comes out because that's a great show.
Anything.
Yeah, they've wrapped up recording of them, I'm fairly sure.
Paul Rudd's in that one, isn't he? Paul Rudd's in season 3.
Yeah, Paul Rudd's in season 3.
All right, well maybe I'll watch it.
I keep finding myself about to start watching that.
Oh, the first season is great. Second season, I've only watched the first episode of so far, but like, it's off to a good start.
We didn't get cancelled, so it must be good.
Well, I mean, how could
I
you
enjoyed
with
season
that trio?
2.
Disney Plus just cancelled shit out of nowhere. Like Willow, they cancelled Willow.
Oh, I mean, that's understandable. Who
Yeah,
the fuck
no one was
watched
surprised.
Willow?
No one watched the original Willow.
Yeah, that's the strangest decision ever.
That was pretty weird that they just went, that's doing Willow.
The strangest decision ever was people not going to the cinema to see Willow.
You know what I am shocked they haven't done anything on Disney Plus with yet?
What?
Fucking Tron franchise.
They will.
How have we not got a Tron TV show?
Pretty sure they're doing a Tron sequel. Pretty sure they're doing a sequel to Tron Legacy. Yeah, 2025, Tron Ares.
All right, cool. Sign me up. I'm down.
Sure.
Guess
Sure.
who's the only person signed on to star in it?
Oh God, who?
Jared Leto.
Oh no.
Who wore a
Of
cat?
course.
Who wore a cat costume? To
Oh, I did
Met
see that
Gala.
today.
He can do Tron. That's fine. That's his territory.
No, but like, it's just gonna be the same character he played in Blade Runner.
Or
It's
Morbius.
just the same guy.
Exactly. That's what he does.
Strange.
He's
Someone-
unhinged, man.
So someone confused me the other day. They said they walked up to me and they went, "Morbius is going to be in Venom 3," and I went, well, "That's a mistake." And then they had to explain, "Oh no, not Jared Leto Morbius. Owen Wilson's character called Morbius from Loki. is going to-
Mobius.
Mobius. And I was-
Wonderful.
Mobius and Morbius, both Marvel characters. Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ.
And I went, "Oh, okay. Venom 3 is happening."
Have you heard anything coming out of there was some event on the last week,
CinemaCon.
and Sony showed off a bunch of stuff.
Apparently they showed off 20 minutes. No, this isn't Sony. This is Paramount. They showed off 20 minutes of footage from Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I don't know what happens in it, but I just want pissed off.
That's weird because the second they showed off anything of they showed off stuff from Craven.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Craven's gonna be R-rated, by the way.
Yeah, R-rated. He
Ooh.
he fucking bites a dude's nose off and shit. Like, and then they end the teaser with Rhino, I guess turning into Rhino. I don't know what their reasoning around any of that is.
They're being like, hey, fucking Rhino is gonna be like a mutation and not a guy in a rhino suit.
Which, you know, makes sense.
Mm.
But like, it's funny to have just a Russian dude who's trapped inside a big rhino costume. That's like the fun of it. But okay, I guess it can be a mutant. That's fine.
So
But
what are
yeah, I mean, it having an R rating is really interesting. Apparently Guardians has the first F bomb.
Yeah, they showed it in a TV clip, and
Oh,
they beep
really?
it out.
Oh no, that's
boring.
cringy.
No, I'm not sure if they beep it out in the movie, but on like they released it as like a marketing thing. And
Yeah, well, yeah, I saw the headlines and
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, okay, cool."
So what
Okay.
Paramount came out and they showed off stuff for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, A Quiet Place Day
Ooh.
1, a Bob Marley biopic, Mission Impossible 7, and Killers of the Flower Moon, which is Scorsese's new film.
Oh, yeah.
They announced that Rihanna's going to be in the new Smurfs film playing Smurfette.
Or did
Yep.
you say Rihanna?
Rihanna was her name.
Okay. I'm just shocked at the
Okay.
casting. That's a wild.
And
Okay.
they
She really need that?
Yeah, and they released a trailer for the new Transformers film.
Yeah, the fucking the Beast one.
Sony rocked up
Yeah.
and they showed a bunch of stuff from their new Jennifer Lawrence R-rated comedy, No Hard Feelings. And they also showed a bunch of Spider-Verse stuff. Then they showed the Craven stuff, and then they showed some Napoleon footage.
Oh yeah.
That one would be Chris.
Did they know?
Yeah, I was
they
gonna
know?
say I
They
heard
showed,
wake
they
up.
showed footage of a snowy battle.
Ooh.
So, I don't know.
Austerlitz. Austerlitz. Or
I knew that would mean
possibly
something to him.
2 or 3 others. That's the one I'm hoping it would be.
If
Was
we
it-
don't get
was it-
invited to that, like Chris is gonna be so sad.
Yeah.
It's Sony. We won't get invited. You might get invited with your.
Oh, true, through Greenlight. So I'll let's see. I'll try and convince them to be like, "Hey, comic shop, do you
Send
want to
me.
do you want to send someone to Napoleon?"
Okay. Lionsgate showed off their fucking Hunger Games movie that we watched the trailer for before.
Yep.
That's what they showed off. Warner Bros. All right. Flash, of course, they showed off, and then Barbie. They did a pretty big presentation on Barbie. And then they also showed off some
The film of the year.
Film of the year. It's got a good trailer, man. The Barbie looks
I'm
good.
so excited for Barbie.
I'm pretty excited.
They showed off some other things like a few images from Dune Part 2. And yeah, Wonka's coming out apparently.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
Forget
that's
about
the
that movie.
Timothy Chalamet,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom continues to look bad.
Hmm.
And the
Goddamn.
Meg 2's happening this year. So
Oh my
yeah.
god, my dad's gonna be so excited.
we're gonna go see the Meg 2.
We're going.
Yeah, we gotta go see it.
Um,
If we don't get sent to it, we all have to go with my dad.
Yes.
the Universal showed off the Meg 2. Sorry, no, what am I saying? I just talked about the Meg 2. Sorry, Universal showed off.
Meg 2 is being produced by 2 separate studios.
So Universal showed off stuff from Fast and Furious X, of course, and
Yep.
as well as Kung Fu Panda 4.
Sorry?
So Kung Fu Panda 4 is happening, and Jack Black, of course,
And
returning.
Did we know this
Yeah, we knew.
beforehand?
I think we heard rumors. The villain is called the Chameleon, and he can take shape and form of previous Kung Fu Panda villains.
A bit of fun.
So we're gonna see Taiwan
Interesting.
come back. We're gonna see yeah, all the
All the greats.
all the cool villains come back. And then they announced that the new Exorcist movie is happening and it's coming out this year.
Okay.
Okay. Ryan Gosling, and they also announced that Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt are going to be in an action comedy called The Fall Guy. So
those are 2 people you would want in your film to sell tickets.
there is a trailer. There is a brand new trailer for Oppenheimer around.
Ooh.
You can only watch it by going to the movies. It's only playing in front of Universal movies.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
I noticed it when I saw Air. When I saw Air,
Nice.
they played this Oppenheimer trailer that I'd never seen before. And I was like, that was really cool. And then I couldn't find it anywhere online until I found out they're only showing it in cinemas.
That's fun.
Cool. I like that.
Great trailer too, by the way. Very good trailer. You actually get to see Robert Downey Jr. and Matt Damon in the film.
Where all the memes are coming from, maybe. Lots of Oppenheimer memes circulating.
Are you just in like a weird corner of the internet that has extremely specific Oppenheimer memes?
It's right up my alley. History dank memes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
that's fair.
finally, Disney showed off a bunch of stuff from The Little Mermaid. Melissa McCarthy. They showed off Melissa McCarthy doing Poor Unfortunate Souls. And they showed off some Indy 5 stuff, and people say it looks more like Raiders and Crystal Skull. Boo. And basically Elemental looks great. And then they just showed off some stuff for Marvels and this new one called Wish, which they described as a Disney animated film so generic it might have been written by ChatGPT.
Oh my god.
And
Oh,
that was
oof.
CinemaCon.
Well, I mean, like Elemental isn't really pushing any boundaries.
They said Elemental looks much more along the lines of Inside Out.
Yeah, it's Inside Out with elements.
Is it weird that we're getting Inside Out 2? Why are we getting Inside Out 2? I like the idea though. If they're gonna do Teenage Riley.
Yeah, no, I'm actually 100%.
Teenage Riley could be a lot of fun.
I didn't need the Elements Zootopia Inside Out.
The Elements Zootopia film is gonna be
It looks pretty like
stock standard.
I've seen the trailer a bunch and it's just like, am I meant to care about what's happening here?
We'll find out in June when we go.
We'll find out.
I also just realized that we might get invited to Oppenheimer, which made me very excited.
That was cool.
So that
Start praying.
And The Flash.
Oh, that'd be nice if we get invited to that.
Didn't have to pay for The Flash. Would be good.
Spend money. Don't need to pay to see The Flash. That'd be great. Hit us up, WB. I've actually been reading a bunch of DC comics lately, so I would actually be here for it. And if you want a copy of Flashpoint, you can get some at Greenlight Comics. I only mention it because I accidentally double ordered it, and we have a lot of copies coming in. So we need to sell some.
Buy
Oops.
now, spend later.
Yeah. Are you sponsored by Afterpay?
Always it's buy now.
Well, when
pay
you left
later.
at the start of the show, your chair spun around and it made it look like we were sponsored by Secret Lab. So
We are secret. We are. By the way,
we are Secret Lab.
Yeah, they only could send one. They sent it to me.
Yeah, it's a shame because I would love one, but
yeah. Well,
that-
now I've
that's-
got two
that's
actually.
funny.
So I bought this one, and then
No,
and then they sent me
they
one.
sent you one. Oh my
It's
god!
just
You
sitting
cut
in
a
a box
hole
over
through
here.
it.
Yeah, I put it on Gumtree. Wait, do one of you guys want it?
It's $800. Bless. Okay. Well, is there anything else that anyone's been watching recently?
No,
Do we watch it?
I'll tap out here and be like, I just watched a bunch of random shit.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
nothing,
Right.
nothing from me.
Lots of random stuff.
Yeah, Scream 6 is still great.
Yeah, that's true. That's good. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I think
Hey, 51. We can do it.
I think that's an episode of MMT Millennial Movie Talk.
It might
episode
be. Yeah.
201
There we go. Brad knew it.
of the show. We're still the same show. There's no improvements happening here.
We might be different. We don't know.
You've got this. I'm hopefully going to try and convince my family to get slightly better internet connection soon, so I won't be a blurry mess anymore. Alex, that hair is phenomenal.
Right?
That's good. That's some Ace Ventura shit right there.
You reckon?
Yeah. You go for the Ace Ventura 2, where you do the big horns,
Maybe I
the
could.
white devil horns. You can follow us on your podcast service of choice. If you can, leave a review over there. Subscribe over on YouTube, leave a comment and all that stuff. Oh my god, it worked. We're joined by fucking Ace Ventura and Wolverine's love child.
We're gonna take off soon.
It's really something.
Oh my god. Far out. And you can add Michael on Facebook.
I like Corella Deville. I don't know why.
Yeah, you can find Alex at Charles Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters, and you can exit the program because the show's ending. Because as always,
I'm Alex,
I'm Brayden.
I'm Christian.
And I'm Michael.
and we're out of here. Goodbye.
Bye bye.